Okay, so you know how sometimes equity and inclusion feels like a maze? You're just wandering around like, where do I even begin?
You're right.
Well, in this deep dive, we're going to ditch the blindfold and check out the intersectional equity map.
Yeah, this is a tool that helps you find your way on your own equity journey.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it was created by Jarell Bempong.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing. Award-winning innovator,
All right.
best-selling author.
I did see that he wrote White Talking Therapy Can't Think in Black.
He also created the Intersectional Cultural Consciousness framework. And he's worked with some big names like Alstom, even given keynotes for the International Coaching Federation.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive resume. He definitely seems like he knows his stuff. But I have to admit, when I hear intersectional equity map, I kind of think, academia, you know.
Yeah.
What exactly is it?
Well, what's so cool is that Jarell brings all of his lived experience to this.
Okay.
He's a Black, gay, neurodivergent leader, so he gets it.
Yeah.
Like, he understands the systemic barriers that so many people face firsthand.
So it's not just some theory someone came up with. It comes from real experience.
Exactly. He's not just talking about it, he's lived it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So how does this map work?
You can think of it kind of like a personalized compass. It helps you figure out where you are on your equity journey, and then it helps you chart a path forward.
Personalized compass, I like that. But everyone's equity journey is different, right? How can one tool apply to everyone?
Well, that's where the intersectional part comes in. It takes into account that your identity is multifaceted. It's not just race or gender, but it's how those things intersect with, well, everything else, like sexual orientation, your socioeconomic status, ability, everything that makes you you.
I see. So it recognizes all the complexities of who we are and how that impacts our experiences.
Right.
But how does this turn into a real tool that people can use?
So the map starts by asking you some thought-provoking questions.
Okay.
Questions that get you to think about your values, your experiences, even your aspirations.
So it's about prompting some real self-reflection.
Yeah, it goes way deeper than those surface-level assessments. It's about really looking at yourself.
I love that. But is that all it is? Just self-reflection?
Well, here's where it gets really cool. After you've done all that deep thinking about yourself, the map then makes you a personalized report.
Okay, so it's not just info overload, it's tailored guidance.
Exactly.
What kind of information is in this report?
It's basically your roadmap. It shows you what you're already great at and what you could improve. It also gives you specific strategies to leverage your strengths and tackle any roadblocks you might run into.
That sounds incredibly empowering. So it's not just telling you what to think, it's actually giving you the tools to put those thoughts into action.
Exactly.
Could you give us an example of how this works in real life?
Sure. Let's say you're a leader and you want to make your workplace more inclusive. The map might help you uncover some unconscious biases that you didn't even know you had. Biases that could be preventing you from creating a truly equitable environment.
That's so important. Unconscious bias can be so sneaky because we don't even realize it's there. So the map helps shine a light on those hidden biases.
Exactly. And it doesn't just stop there. It helps you figure out what to do about it.
So it helps you actually take action.
Yeah.
I like that. But what about people who aren't in leadership positions? Can the map still help them on a personal level?
Of course. This can be such a great tool for personal growth. It can help you understand, like, how your own identity can actually be a strength. Like how the way all the parts of you intersect, your race, gender, sexual orientation, and everything else can make you more resilient.
Like turning what some people might see as a weakness into a superpower.
Yes. And sometimes the things that make you unique can also lead to, challenges or even discrimination.
Right.
So the map helps you reframe that,
Okay.
helps you see those experiences as part of what makes you resilient.
I love that. We talk about equity, but what does that actually look like? Can you give us some examples of like how this map works in the real world?
Yeah. So for individuals, it can help you understand your own privilege
Okay.
and how that might be affecting your relationships with others.
That's a big one.
It can also help you find your voice so you can advocate for folks who aren't as privileged.
So it's not just looking inward, but it's about using what you learn to make a difference.
Right.
What about on a bigger scale? How can the map help change systems that are unequal?
Well, organizations can use it to take a look at their policies
Oh, interesting.
and see if those policies are actually causing inequality, even if it's unintentional.
I see.
It can also help them build a more inclusive culture, where everyone feels like they belong.
So it's a tool for both personal and organizational change.
Yeah. Jarell really created something special.
I think so too. What do you think is the most unique thing about this intersectional equity map?
That's a good question. I think it's the focus on mental well-being.
Okay.
We talk a lot about the external impacts of inequity,
Right.
but we don't always think about how it affects people
Mm.
internally.
Right. It can take a real toll.
It does, and this map recognizes that and gives you strategies for taking care of yourself and being resilient when things get tough.
That's so important.
Yeah.
So it's not just changing the world around you. It's about giving you the tools to thrive in that world.
Exactly.
I'm sure some people might be thinking that this is just another trend, Like, is this just a buzzword?
Yeah, I get it. There's so much talk about equity and inclusion these days, it can be hard to know what's real.
But it sounds like this map is different.
It is. It's not about checking boxes or just saying, you're an ally.
Okay.
This is about real, meaningful change that lasts.
It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Exactly. And Jarell gives you a real path to do that.
I know our listeners are ready to get started, so how can they get involved with the map?
It's super easy. You can go to your landing page link,
Yep.
and there you'll find the Intersectional Equity Map Assessment.
Oh, cool. And what is that exactly?
It's a simple online questionnaire. Only takes about 15-20 minutes to fill out.
Okay, so just a few clicks and you're on your way.
Yep.
And then what? What happens after someone takes the assessment?
So this is the best part. When you finish the assessment, you get a free strategy session with Jarell Bempong himself.
No way.
Yes.
Wait, so you get to talk one-on-one with the person who created the map?
It's a chance to really dig into your results and figure out what your next step should be. And you get to do it with a real leader in the field.
Wow, he must be really dedicated to helping people on their equity journey if he's willing to do that.
He is. He's amazing. This is a chance to get real personalized insights and guidance from someone who's dedicated his life to, dismantling systems of oppression and empowering people to make the world more just and equitable.
This is incredible. I mean, this isn't just some online quiz. This is about getting personalized support and guidance to make real change.
Exactly.
I am really starting to see how powerful this is.
Yeah.
Imagine feeling confident and ready to navigate this complex world.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so just to recap, equity starts with being aware, but it's action that really makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all these issues,
Yeah,
systemic oppression, inequality. It's a lot.
it is.
But I really like how the intersectional equity mop brings it back to us as individuals. Like it empowers each of us to make a change.
Yeah, starting right where we are.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And the MAPA helps us understand our place in all of this so we can actually use that to make a difference.
And it's not about feeling guilty or anything like that. It's
Right.
about feeling strong, like you can do something.
Like you have the power to change things.
Exactly.
I love that. It's about taking those values, equity and inclusion, and making them part of who we are in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah, at work, at home, everywhere.
It's about making a world where everyone feels like they belong.
And that's definitely a world worth fighting for.
Absolutely. So if you're ready to start your own journey, check out the Intersectional Equity Mop.
Just go to your landing page link.
It could be the most important journey you ever take.
It might be. And remember, even small steps can lead to big change.
So what step will you take today? This has been The Deep Dive.